Second only to the Air Jordan 4s, in my opinion, come the Air Jordan 12s. I do love myself a pair of 12s, and there are a ton of Asian link-ups on this sneaker today. So if you're interested in finding out what some of the Asian characters say on these guys, and a bit of the history and a bit of the story behind these Air Jordan 12s, definitely stick around to find out what's going on. And also, if you're interested in that FIBA World Cup of basketball that's coming around the corner, and that's interesting to you as well. And also, we've had the Air Jordan 4s all over the place this year, and the FIBA has been coming down the line as well with the Air Jordan 4. So there's a whole lot going on, and that brings us to the point in time where now we can review the sneaker, which is the Nike Air Jordan 12 FIBA. This is a Tokyo Bada 23 sneaker channel, Tokyo Bada 23 sneaker channel des Mainichi Absurino de Mainichi Mite Kudasai. Every single day I bring you content from Tokyo, Japan about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker reviews and sneaker news. And what we've got today is we've got the upcoming release of the Nike Air Jordan 12 FIBA, which is for the Basketball World Cup, which will be going on in China later this year. And it's important that it's going on in China because there are Chinese characters all down the back of the shoe, and there's a little bit of controversy between those Chinese characters and the base design of the Air Jordan 12, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But first, as this is a YouTube channel, I do have to ask for that subscription, and hitting that subscribe button down below, it helps the channel tremendously. So please, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below. And as I am here in Japan, I always say at the start of my videos, Toroko onegaishimasu. Shita ni akai to shiroi button ga aru node, sono button o click suru to Toroko shite kureru to tasukaru node, zehi Toroko onegaishimasu. Okay, so let's have a look at these guys today. I did say at the top of this video that the Air Jordan 12 is one of my all-time favorites. I love it. And it actually became one of my favorite sneakers when the Chinese New Year, I think it was 2017's dropped, which was a sort of white base with black and gold accents on there. Very similar to this sneaker today, except for the black and gold is now red and gold on there. And it's a fine looking sneaker all around. And there's a bit of controversy. We'll start at the heel, where there's a bunch of Chinese writing on there. And I didn't know what this said. I could read the first character, which is heart, and I could read also a character in there, which I think was think. But I had to use Google Translate, so behind me there'll probably be a shot. I don't know how visible it'll be actually now that I think about it, because I think I took the photograph in portrait when I should have taken it in landscape. But anyway, behind me in the green screen, there should be a picture of that Google Translate, which tells you that the Chinese on the back says the heart is only burning for this. Now that Google Translate might be wrong, but the heart is only burning for this. It's I think is a pretty nice, poetic almost translation. And the reason that there's that Chinese on the back of the sneaker is because the FIBA World Cup is going to be happening in China later this year. But the controversy comes in the base design of the Air Jordan 12. You've got those segments that fan out, and they pretty much fan out from that midfoot area, but they're based on or inspired by the design of the Japanese nationalist flag, which has the red sun in the middle, and then there's sunbeams coming off of the side of it. So that was the inspiration behind the original Air Jordan 12, and having that Japanese inspiration with Chinese writing on the back doesn't go down well. I don't think it will go down well with the Chinese. I don't think it will go down well with the Japanese. It's not quite as big a mistake as Adidas made recently with their restock of the city pack, when they had Tokyo, Seoul and Shanghai as the three new cities in that city pack. But then with Japanese writing on the Seoul and the Shanghai, there were certain people in both Korea and China who were not happy about that. And I don't know if there's enough people out there who will realize that it's a Japanese flag inspired sneaker with Chinese characters on the back, and maybe people won't look into that much or won't even care that much. But it could be, could be a little bit of controversy. So watch this space and see what happens with that. So having a look at the rest of the sneaker, though, we've looked at the back there and that white upper with the gold accents on the top two eyelets at the top of the lacing system. As you come down to the midfoot, that little Jumpman insignia there in the midfoot, which is above one of my favorite features on this sneaker, which is the midfoot shank. And you have to have a look underneath these guys to really get a sort of feel for that midfoot shank and how it goes all the way through from left to right on the bottom of the sneaker. It's one of my favorite little additions on there, and I like it very much. It's a really nice, with that with that kind of white and red playing off each other. And that white and red, predominantly white and red with the hits of gold in there, is very much a Chinese New Year sort of theme for both the Jordan brand and also for the Ultra Boost, Adidas Ultra Boost side of things as well. So I think the colorway is really clean and really nice. White though, I mean, I'd love to buy these guys, but I know I'd wreck white sneakers in a heartbeat, so there isn't any point in me trying to get a hold of them. But they are a nice looking sneaker, and definitely I think, to me, I'm going to say I prefer them to the 4s. 4s are my favorite sneaker with 12s behind them, but in the case of the two FIBA colorways, the Jordan 4 FIBA and the Jordan 12 FIBA, it's actually the 12 that I prefer over the 4s. Okay, that's enough for me today. I'm just dropping these quick videos this week. I've got a lot on, trying to keep that daily content going for you guys out there. If you appreciate that, please do hit the subscribe button down below. And as it is daily content, I can confidently say at the end of every single one of my videos that you will definitely see me tomorrow.